Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this collective reading, this transmission where I'm going to be sharing a message that is intended to help someone out there who is on the path of inner work, because our inner reality equals to our outer reality. How we feel within ourselves creates the reality outside. So if you're seeing a lot of lack, limitations, betrayals, heartbreaks, blah, blah, blah outside, it's all happening within you. However, there's something that we all must understand, that this is training ground for us. Planet Earth is training ground for us. Everybody comes here and everybody has to leave. So if you're seeing some kind of obstacles or hardships or problems, and you have the attitude of gratitude, and you have like this really positive mindset, and you know that whatever happens eventually happens for your growth and progress, things are going to become so amazing. You're actually gonna enjoy through everything. It may sound like a bit impractical, but that's how it is. Even if you're going through hardships and difficulties and lots of chaos is going on, but it's like the caterpillar is turning into the butterfly. It's lesson time, you're learning, you're observing. The magic always happens, or we can say the total dissolution always happens when we can look in through the different vibrations are there, and we can look within all of those vibrations and connect ourselves with the one that is our highest core frequency, our highest excitement. So let's jump into this transmission, because I'm being shown over here that some of you people in the last few days, and it could be even ongoing, there's some kind of chaos happening. Now let me tell you guys, I had made a channeling in the past where I said that 2025 is the year of reset. I said this in 2024, especially towards the end of it, and even before, I said 2025 is going to be the year of reset. 2020 was just the beginning. It was the time when the earth started splitting into two, the 3D and 5D earth. We are pushing the 5D earth, and it's not like we are in 5D, but we are supposed to be the masters of 5D. And the masters of 5D, and that's also not our ultimate goal. There is like 6D, 7D, 8D, so on and so forth. But to master 5D, we have to learn about love properly. And we have to learn about love in its various forms. It is abstract, but as I said, it comes in various shapes and sizes, and it has to be pure everywhere. And this is the reason why you meet people who give you heartbreaks, you meet people who make you feel ashamed or guilty of who you are. They question your very existence, they question your presence, they question your personality, everything. And in many ways they do good for us, because we also need to go through the process of ego death, and we need to literally let the physical identity just be there to do the jobs, the chores, because everything else is happening subconsciously. Okay, so the subconscious reality, you're very lucky if you're doing inner work. Very lucky and very blessed, because there are lots and lots of people in 3D who have no idea who they are, why they are here, what are they doing. They have no idea. They're just like machines. They are robots, okay? They have no consciousness of their own. They're just programmed, okay? So this channeling is also trying to help all of you people with the counseling that you need. You need to understand that all those people who broke your heart, they're not gonna find someone like you. The way you love them, the way you loved them also. For some of you, it's like the past thing now, because sometimes you might really love someone a lot, and this happens in the twin flame journey a lot. You might love someone a lot, but their behavior is so disappointing, it is so heartbreaking that things change. Things change. You no longer feel the same way for that person. There is also a feeling of disgust towards those people because they just act in such pathetic ways, inhuman, pathetic ways, or you can say they just break your trust, or they just break your overall trust in humanity in such a way that you no longer feel that respect or that love or that connection with them. So you're thinking about those people, but it's a lot of anger, bitterness, there's a lot of confusion. There's also this feeling like, why would they do this? Why? What's the need of being this way? That question sometimes makes you think, and a lot of people are just doing things for really money. It's a very basic 3D thing that people do, and it comes in different shapes and forms. So it's all basically lust. It's all matter. It's not wrong to be rich or to be wealthy, but I personally also feel this, that being rich and wealthy, it's a mindset, it's a state of mind. When you're rich and wealthy mentally or within yourself, you just see it everywhere. It's more about being abundant, it's more about being in gratitude. I mean, yes, people have fears. They have fears about how will we survive and how will we pull through this or pull through that. But I think some people are much below even that. They're so greedy, like these distorted masculines and feminines. They're so damn greedy that they're actually willing to sell their soul for anything. They're willing to sell the love, they're willing to sell the basic, the essence of love and humanity that's within all of us. They're willing to give it all up for some things, for some things. So you right now need to also be your own counsel. You need to mentor yourself. You need to get a grip of the situation. You need to either, go through a process of alchemy. You need to just be there for yourself. And you need to remind yourself that it's all temporary any which way. And it's good that you're not too deep into it right now. You didn't go that deep into it. You just went into it, you had that experience, and you're out of it. Like, you don't have to stay there anymore. You can get out of it. You got the lesson. You understand now. Someone is good, you'll see it. In due course of time, you'll see it. Or they would have shown it to you, right? But they've not. They did not. So that's enough. That's more than enough proof for you. And if we say that, okay, it's we who need to do the inner work, then also we need to use that as fodder. We need to be like a psycho when it comes to work on yourself, to do the healing work. Everything should be used. And I say this in all my therapy sessions. I've said this to everyone. Whenever someone gets really upset, or they're crying, or they're freaking out, or they're paranoid, or they're not able to sleep, or they're very upset with how someone treated them, I tell them that use this for your ascension. Use this is for your good. Don't limit yourself as a 3D, just the 3D identity. That's not you. The ego is not you. The ego is really, 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 really small. Don't be in that space where you're so small. You're much bigger. You have limitless potential. So, the person who broke your heart or your trust, both romantic or non romantic, look at the card that has come for this person. This is a very poor person when it comes to spiritual maturity, and also in terms of what they possess. It's not just It's not just money, this is a mentally poor person. Mentally, this is a very poor person with limited thinking, very limited thinking. And you see, there's a masculine and feminine here. Because my question was something else, I would say that if you're dealing with a feminine or if you're dealing with a masculine, in both cases, it's the same. But there is a presence of God over there, there's a presence of Source. You see this window with all the five pentacles. There's a positive meaning also in this card, and that is to find strength and resilience in the faith of adversity, recognizing the need for support from others during difficult times, and the potential for growth and transformation through challenges. Now, this person also has put you in some challenging situation, as much as I can see it, but you are going to find a way out. You're going to figure it out as you always do. But this person, whosoever it is, they're also in a way teaching you how to manage your stress and navigate through these situations. Otherwise, if you not met this person, you would have looked at all the challenges of your life as big things. But after what this person put you through, you realize that all the other things that you faced, they were pretty small than what this person did to you. And think about it, if this kind of person or more than one person, if they can put you through such a situation, what is their own mental state like? This is a mentally disturbed person. It's a energy which is very negative, so much acting, real life acting, so much drama, such a fake person or people. In that sense, I would say it could be more than one person. It could be like a whole group. They are doing a group dynamics. So if they target someone, it's not just one person targeting on your energy. It's like you feel there are a lot of people behind this person. But unfortunately or fortunately, they don't know that you have an invisible team behind you. Your team may not be visible to the 3D eyes, but it exists. You're a very strong group of ancestors and spirit guides who protect you from these nuisance creators. But it's like you choose a lesson, and your spirit guides, your masters, the ones who are taking care of you, your caretakers, they are always there. I believe in the mother, I believe in Kali, I believe in Kundalini mother. I believe the mother is always protecting. So the mother is like, okay, let the child explore some of it. When the child cannot handle the situation, the mother will intervene. But the child, there's a trust, there's a faith, there's also this protection, the shield, that the child will handle the situation. You are that child who will handle this situation. That's why this situation has been given to you, because they know you can handle it, and you know you can handle it. You just don't have the memory of it, but you know you can handle it. You've handled it many times in the past. It's not the first time you're doing this, you've done it before as well. So it's like you're going to become better with balance. Before this, you were trying, but the balancing act was um, there's not mastery on it. Now you're going to get better at this, and the Queen of Swords energy is also there with this. So you will become more dominating in your area of work, or dominating in a positive way. Like I would try like to use the word authority. Your authority will improve, or it is already improving, because you realized or you learned that whatever situation you were in or you're still going through it, the chaos, It's happening because you're not in your authority, not in a complete authority. So this situation is putting you through that alchemy process or that kind of transformation process where you bring in your inner authority, and that makes you, maybe for some people, a dominating person with boundaries. But it's about you embracing who you are and becoming fearless, becoming more and more fearless, actually, because that's the way to go. That's the way to go. Now, in some people's cases, I'm also being shown that whosoever was this person who put you through this heartbreak actually really prayed to God for love. They prayed to God to get love. They prayed to God to get true love, an amazing person. They really wanted to be with someone very nice. And maybe in some of those moments of prayers, they were really honest and simple. But I think this person still needs to do a lot of work on themselves, because they got you, the one who's listening to this or watching this content, and actually also resonating with it right now. It's a timeless reading. So they got you, but they're not able to sustain it because they were not able to surrender to source. Whosoever this person is was not able to surrender to source, was not able to walk on the path of God. They were not able to walk on the path of light. They are struggling with it even as of now. So they could be having addiction patterns, they could be having some kind of really bad habit. It could be anything. It could be sex addiction, lying, cheating, hanging out with bad people, bad company is shown to me. Some kind of mental pattern they have. So they are not able to do the hangman. They cannot. So it's like in this situation, actually, this is how it should be, because the card is like that, but it came this way. So this person is not able to surrender to source, because source actually did the best for them. Now you must be thinking that why did I have to go through this? In that case, why is it about this person? Why does it have to be about the other person? Because you also need to forgive this person. You need to let go of this person and see this person just as a lesson. The lesson is more important because what they're teaching you actually is a huge amount of self love. They're teaching you lots of things, the nuances of how human mind works and how bipolarity works, or how just split personality works. This person could be having a split personality problem, or if not split personality, but then think about it. They are on your face, they're projecting somebody else, something else, someone else. It's like a cold-blooded narcissist. It's like you can say it's a petty criminal, maybe kind of energy. Petty criminals do these things. They do petty crimes. They do like really small-time crimes, which are not even required. So in their world or in their reality, they are so non-abundant that they have to stoop so low in order to get something. It can be anything. It can be like really small as thing. It can be like $5, and they could be lying, cheating, conniving, creating a fake personality, doing all sorts of things, just let's say for $5 or $10, which has really no value, which means that they don't value themselves at all. So despite attracting a high vibrational person like you, they're not able to sustain it. Okay, they're not able to sustain it. They're not able to walk in the light of God. And when you forgive such a person, you obviously have a karmic contract with this person. You have a contract. That's why they came in your life. And you also need to see it from the higher perspective. Just imagine you are this, and look at the difference. This is where the person is. Okay, you are this person, and this one of them, any one of them, is the other person. And it's really strange because pentacles and pentacles. So here we have the abundant pentacles, pentacle card, and here we have the pentacles, but it's not abundant. It's like lots and lots of limitations, adversity. So that's the amount of difference you have. See, so it's crazy, isn't it? So what really drew you to them and them to you? I mean, when they were talking to you, when they were around you, they knew they've hit the jackpot. They knew that they've hit big. They knew that they've hit like a lottery. But there's this really interesting psychological research that was done on people who win lotteries. So there were people who were researching on what happens to the lottery ticket winners after some time. They found out that they were back in poverty. They were back in the same situation. They were back living the same life despite winning so big because they did not know how to sustain that wealth, that opportunity, or even when they're losing it. So it can happen to anyone. Crisis can hit anyone. Financial problems can hit anyone. Negativity can hit anyone. Toxicity can hit anyone. All the bad things can happen to anyone. But you're different only when you know how to get out of it and how soon you get out of it. That makes you a winner. So the sooner you learn to make a comeback, the better you've become in this game or in this coaching, in this on the job training program that you're in. You know it's a challenge, you know it's a problem, but you're not going to brood on it all the time. You're going to make a comeback. You're going to say, okay, fine, it happened to me, but let's just get on with life. Let's just get back on track. So that getting back on track, that's why you're going through all of this. Somebody has to be really confident, even if it's for 10 minutes, the superficial confidence. That's what draws you to them, or you to them, or them to you. You like the confidence, you like that anyone's confidence for that matter, because you're a person of solar plexus. All of you people, whether you're in Western countries or you're in India or wherever you are the volunteers of Vishnu and Lakshmi. It doesn't matter where you're born, it doesn't matter what religion you're from, because Sanatan is not a typical religion where you have to, be into it, do certain things, and then Sanatan is universal. You can be in any religion and you can be a Sanatani. You can be a Christian and follow Sanatan. You can be a Muslim and you can follow Sanatan. You can be a Sikh. In fact, Sikhism came from Sanatan. So lots and lots of religions, even other religions outside. It's a science, it's a way of life. You don't have to leave the gods you love, you have trust in. But you can use this as a scientific way, a metaphysical scientific way of living, because metaphysics is the real science. So you see, I'm also talking about tarot. Now, tarot doesn't come from Sanatan. Tarot is very recent. It was made in 1800s. So you see, I'm still doing it because I like something about tarot. My Sanatan is allowing me to use tarot cards. It's not saying, oh, don't use tarot cards. It's not from Sanatan, so you can't do, or don't speak in English because, we speak only in Hindi and Sanskrit, so you should not be speaking in it. No, 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 no. That's not what Sanatan is about. And especially in today's time and world, it's not so much about the image, because lots and lots of people are creating the image of a dharmic person, creating the image of a godly person, and doing all sorts of crappy things, doing all sorts of devilish satanic things. So it's not just about how you dress up and what like what you're wearing. No, it's not at all like that. Even for Sanatani, I would say it's here. God is here, source is here, love is here. So you're here to master the 5D, because you're here to master love. You're supposed to master truth. Which card fell out? Oh my god. You're supposed to be the Empress energy. If you're a woman, this is perfect card for you. But if you're a man also, let me tell you what is this Empress energy all about. It is about nurturing your own self. It is about being creative. It is not just a feminine thing to be creative. It's a masculine thing to be an artist, to be creative, To be a person who can recycle stuff, you gotta be someone who's on high on sustainable lifestyle, natural lifestyle. Being authentic is also being in the Empress energy, because you see, look at the Empress energy. She's so authentic, and you see all of the other things that are happening here. There's a field and there's a harvest ready. There are trees, and you see these trees are so beautiful and green, and you have this yellow sky. Have you ever seen a yellow sky? Usually sky is blue or sky blue or light blue, but here it's bright yellow sky. Okay, this means confidence. So being authentic is also about being confident. Sometimes when you're confident, you don't need to speak up so much. You said whatever you wanted to say, your throat chakra is activated. Sometimes your silence will be more magical and powerful than your words. So you just need to strike a balance. So here, you need to strike a balance. So all these people, the negative people, the low frequency people, the 3D people, without calling them inferior, they've just entered your life to teach you this lesson. And that's why I'm saying everything is good. At the end of the day, we have gratitude for every bad experience as well. Because most people who are teaching you gratitude, they basically teach you to be thankful for all the good things in life. But how do we know what's good and what's not good? I mean, nobody knows that. It's not like something you're correct about all the time. There can be a lot of bad things happening in your life, a lot of chaotic things happening in your life, which would turn out to be really amazing game changers. Life quakes. Just like we have earthquakes, these are life quakes. The tower moment is seen as a negative card by a lot of people, but a tower moment can do wonders in many people's lives. It can bring them back to who they were originally when they came to earth. It can connect them to their core frequency, because in all of this havoc and madness and upheaval, they suddenly figure it all out. And it's like, wow, thank you so much, God, for this tower moment. Had you not, uprooted me from where I was stuck in very comfortably, I would not have figured out that I was just literally surviving. I need to thrive. So, as for this reading, not only you're learning a beautiful lesson about love, but you're also getting to master 5D reality, because a lot of you are in 4D. What is 4D? Somebody was asking me what is 4D. So in the Hindi channeling, I mentioned it. So I'm going to say it here as well today. I said it over there, so I'm going to say it again. 4D basically is connected to self empowerment. So as soon as you start doing your inner work, as soon as you start taking steps for empowering yourself, for your growth, for your progress, as soon as you start seeing things a bit differently and you realize that you do have a role to play in all of the negative feelings you have, and you are the one who can change everything. You're a game changer. You're the one in the middle of everything. You're the centerpiece. Okay, so when you start taking charge of the situations, when you stop being the victim, if you're in 3D, you're still in victim or abuser consciousness. But as soon as you're in 4D, you're the responsible person. You're the one who says, okay, shit is in front of me, but am I just gonna keep looking at the shit and just complaining about it, or should I just clean it up? Yeah, it sounds gross. You gotta clean the shit up. Let's say it's mess, make it more beautiful. But then whatever it is mess. It is dirt, or it is something unclean, unpure, or whatever. Now you gotta clean it. You gotta make it all nice and hygienic. But you know that you can clean it. I mean, there's this really cool example. I was watching the video of a boy who goes to the beach every day. And in India, there's a beach in Mumbai. It's somewhere in, I think, Andheri. Place is called Yari Road, but the beach is, when I was there in Bombay, the beach was like very dirty. So this guy Now he has a team of people, lots of celebrities, so-called celebrities, the mainstream celebrities. They're helping him out. Or when someone asked him, why are you cleaning the beaches? Why do you clean it up? So he said that once he went to his mom and he told his mother that, look, mother, the beach is so dirty. His mother said something really beautiful: if it's dirty, go and clean it up. And from that day onwards, he started cleaning it up day by day. And I remember there's not remember like that, but there's a place near my house which is a beautiful place. It's a lovely spot to be at, but there are always people, some people who they go there and they just litter around, and they just leave all the plastic stuff over there, the bottles or the chips, the empty chips packet or whatever they eat, they just leave it behind. It's like really sad to see it. But I also take I can pick up the plastic over there, the plastic bag, and I just collect all of the stuff that they leave behind. And it's not so much, but then when it's littered around, it's spread everywhere, it's dirty, it looks bad. So I remember, just one day I chose one spot. I wanted to sit in that spot, and there were so many things over there. And it's a beautiful place. It's kept clean. It's not like it's always dirty. But sometimes some hooligans, some uncultured, uncivilized, uneducated people, and again, education has got nothing to do with degrees. They go there and they dirty the place and then they leave. They forget about it. So I just pick up stuff from there, and once the place is clean, it looks really nice. So it's not so bad to clean the mess. And this is what you're here to do. You're not here to complain about the mess. You're here to clean the mess, and that place is yours any which way. And it doesn't take a lot of time to clean the mess either, right? And whatever time goes into it, God always makes up for lost time. Imagine you are funny, you're interesting, you're loving, you're kind, you're beautiful, all of those things, or you're handsome. They get that person and they like to mess it up again without thinking about it, which is the sad part actually. In some cases, they were actually struggling at the hands of their family members, all the narcissistic people around them. They could even have been struggling with some old toxic relationship. A lot of guilt and shame was in their life. They were in really low frequency, and because of you they were able to heal themselves, because you also did everything to help them. You tried to heal them, you tried to bring them out of their pain and trauma and all the emotional trouble they were in. You did all of that for this person, but this person was so thankless. It's a thankless person. What to do? You did so much for this person, they wanted someone like you. I mean, they can never ever get someone like you in their life. That's for sure. No matter who they chose after you or what they choose to do, and it may have looked really appealing, it may have looked like some kind of good thing they attracted, but it was all to make you feel wrong for what you did. So some of you could have been punished in your childhood. You could have been punished for doing something good. Like, I'm not saying it's intentional, that's how the society is, but you probably did develop some kind of pattern, and you need to let go of that pattern where you get punished for speaking the truth, or you get punished for doing something good, you get punished for being the righteous one, something like that. So it's not such a big problem. I mean, it's going to eventually blend in with your progress as well. I'm also being shown that in some cases, you got this person out of their depression. They were going through some kind of depression, some kind of negativity. They were going through it since a long time, and you took them out from there. You did something really great. You did this really nice act of love, of unconditional love. You did not get anything in return. You did not demand for anything. You did not ask for anything. You just did it out of love, and you did everything you could to make them happy. And unfortunately, this person, they chose to backstab you instead, backstab you or strand you or not thank you or make you feel horrible. So they basically, this is a typical cold-blooded narcissistic person. But the sad part is, and this is probably something you've questioned to God also, that when you met them they were in such a bad state. How come you healed them, you helped them, become a better version of who they are, who they were, and still they choose to do this to you? Why would they do so? That's because they still have to go through some stuff. They have to pay for their sins, or they have to resolve some karma, they have some karmic account, and you're meant to rise even higher. And now if you look at this person, like a lot of you can either look at your past relationship, or you can just go back a little bit in time. If you've been single for a while, if you go back in time, you'll realize, or even if now you look at this person, wherever you are, you can look at this person, you do realize that this person was not the one for you. They were not your level. um, yes, you were helpful and you saw them, they needed healing and all of that, but they're not a right match for you. You realize that now. They're not on the same frequency, they're not on the same level, and they're not good for you. It's like a lot of gap between you and this person, huge amount of gap. But at that point in time, when you were close to this person, they did look like the ideal match for you, or you were so positive and so optimistic. You were so like motivated, or you were okay with everything. You look beyond, or you look away from all of the negativity and all of the mismatches and all of the red flags, all of the difficulties. You were like, I'm gonna work through this, we're gonna make it through whatever difficult times and situations, because this person actually put you in depression later on, or at least they tried to, by backstabbing you, by breaking your heart, by breaking your trust, uh, by being this really low frequency person. Whatever traits and qualities they displayed, it's like beyond it was beyond your imagination. You trusted this person so much that you were like, no, 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 this person can't be that bad. But they did prove it to you that they are really, like, I don't want to use that word, but it's like really sad. Wherever they are, whatever they're doing in their life, it's sad. What they did to you is really sad. In some cases, I would say that these people have this very physical, very solid physical image in their mind of what they wanted. So when you actually start practicing forgiveness, you realize that some of them were just looking for a very materialistic, sort of materialistically fulfilling person, very much dense, as in all the typical things. I mean, you too will do really well in life. Whosoever you are, you will do really well in life for sure. If you continue doing this work, you will do good in life. Okay, don't worry about that. Don't make it an issue right now. This person but wanted like that typical thing, typical body, typical lifestyle, typical this, that, very mainstream. So when you came into their life, they could see that you're attractive, but you're different. You're not like other people. So they still not reached that level of consciousness, that mental level, that spiritual maturity to recognize your gifts, your value system, your honesty, your integrity, your authenticity, and your kindness and your beauty. My God, you're such a beautiful person. You are emanating light, but they cannot see that light because they don't have the eyes to see that light. Okay, they're not. They cannot. Simple. Let me not just go so deep into it, but they simply cannot see the light. Okay, but in simple words, I would like to say that when they made the prayer, or when they asked for a person, or when they asked for love, they had this person in mind, or that image in mind, and God gave them something even better than what they had imagined, or they thought about, or they wished for. God gave them a lot more than what they had wanted or they had thought about. They were just okay with, let's say, peanuts, and they got cashew nuts, okay, or they got almonds, or they got something more fancy you can use in this context. But this person had not developed the taste for it yet, or they did not know the benefits of it. They did not know what it is all about. So they were like, I did not get the peanuts, I did not get the peanuts, I wanted the peanuts, that type of mentality. Imagine they asked God for gold, and maybe let's say they wanted a brick of gold, and God gave them like a heap of gold. And now they have the brick of gold and the heap of gold, and they say, I want the brick of gold. I'm not okay with the heap of gold. I want the brick of gold. That's their problem. For them, they're still hell bent or stuck on the brick of gold. So they cannot see that this huge heap of gold is a lot more, lot bigger, lot better than the brick of gold they are hung up on. There are people who do a lot of therapist shopping or spiritual shopping online. I mean, you can do whatever you want, guys. It's your life. But I've also come across cases, really sad cases, where people have ended up unaliving themselves because they were going to way too many therapists or people. Like, one person is going to 4 or 5 psychiatrists, or same person is going to like multiple readers or multiple healers. So that's not a good thing. And I tell people also who are in therapy with me, when you're in therapy, just stick to one person or one thing that you're doing. Don't do multiple things at the same time. It can cause you problem, and it can also cause trouble to the person who's working with you, because you're not really surrendering to one thing, one good thing that's happening in your life, or that flow, that the universal flow. So guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, in this transmission, we want to tell you all that as much as they needed to learn from their mistakes, or whosoever this person is, whatever their lesson was, you also had to learn the lesson. But whatever it is, it's gonna eventually give you a lot of good positive energy. That's the positive side for it. It's gonna make you connect with the higher counselor, the Lord's counselor, the Queen of Pentacles. Nurturing energy will be higher, and your financial status will be better. And it also will teach you how to value your own self, how to hold on to your goodness and see your own goodness, see your own light, which you're not able to see yourself as well. You are not able to see that light. How do you expect them to see your light? This person also made you understand what is karmic contract all about. And the funny part is that when the karmic is in your life and you realize that the karmic is now going to get out of your life, it hurts a lot. It hurts like a lot. You feel a lot of pain when it's going away. But once it's gone, you don't feel anything. You feel like it was not even there, but it stays. The lesson stays. Okay, so you learn about karmic contracts. You also learn about vanity. You also learn about unnecessary, how people take challenges in their life just to prove their ego. So whosoever you were with, or non-romantic, romantic, whatever it was, the situation, it has taught you that you don't need to fight it out. You don't need to do so much. You don't need to struggle so much. You don't have any proving to do. You don't have to be like this person, because this person was always trying to prove something, always trying to prove a point, always trying to prove their superiority, always trying to prove they're better, which shows that inside, deep inside, this was an insecure person, very insecure, hollow person, very hollow person. Okay, again, so this has led to the ego death. In many ways, you are the reason of their ego death. You will become eventually, but they've also helped you kill a very like stubborn part of your ego as well. You've let go of that part, you've released that part. So this is a wonderful channeling, actually great transmission. And for personal sessions, for readings, and for therapies, we have got lots and lots of lovely therapies. Check out the description box. Also, guys and girls, please understand one thing. If you can do therapy, it's a privilege, literally. And it's divine timing, because I don't do marketing, I don't promote myself anywhere. It's all working on frequency and intuition. It's all working on divine timing. So if you reach to this place and you can do therapy, you can work on yourself, this is really, really, really good for you. You're not going to take anything materialistic from this world, but you're definitely going to take all of the growth and progress and ascension you do. But at the same time, I would like to say, if you're not able to do it, please do your individual work, because when we cannot get into therapy, or we cannot do, if we can, we can, but if we cannot, then too we need to continue with our inner work, because our inner work works like this: we do some part of it on our own, and we do some part with someone else, okay? And we need to have discernment. For those people who want to get into personal reading session with me, kindly do not share anything with me in advance. Therapy is different. In therapy, you can share stuff with me. You have to make sure that you're in therapy, you've booked the therapy, and I'll ask you a whole bunch of questions. But when you're doing just a reading, then don't tell me anything. It would be better if you don't. As soon as you book the reading session, I will give you one exercise, and after that exercise is when we start the reading. And that exercise is also interesting exercise, but then we are again surrendering to spirit guides and source, because I use spiritual tools and modalities of very interesting intuitive reading modalities to get the answers. So it's much better when we give these questions to the higher energies, the benevolent caretakers who are there for us at all times. They are also part of these sessions. So I'll take out the last card and then wrap it up. Oh, wow, perfect. So, this is an answer for all those people who must be thinking that after all of this negative experience we went through, what is this really leading to? It is leading to really the right person for you, because not only it's giving discernment to that person, that other person also realizes their mistake, but they cannot get you back, because it's not just the right match, okay, for you or for them. But you will definitely get discernment. You are, whosoever is watching this, you are going to meet the right person for you, the right divine counterpart for you, and your inner child is gonna heal. This is the state. This card is not so much, if you don't look at this part, you'll see this is what we are looking at here. When you have the happy inner child, automatically the masculine and feminine are in healed state. Automatically there are these 10 of pentacles, automatically there's a beautiful image. We are the creators of our own family. We are the creators of our parents. We are the creators. Yes, they gave birth to us, but we chose them. We chose to be in that family. So, guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I will see you in the next one. It's wonderful to be here with you guys. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.